This is the hair I will use to do my client hairstyle today. And right here you see me braiding it down because this is where I actually will be sewing in the hair I just showed you all. And on the other side, we will do feed-in braids. Here I am putting the edge control on her hair. I didn't do it all the way through, but that's how I do mine. But yes, I'm adding in the hair as I go with feed-in. As I'm feeding it in. And this is some pre-stretched hair. You can use any kind of pre-stretched hair when you're doing feed-in braids. It's all depend on you. What would you like? Whatever kind you would like. And I'm not going to make it too thick, but I am going to make it thick enough. So I'm continue on adding in the hair until I get finished. Then I will stop adding in and continue on just braiding it down. Here I am doing another one of the feed-in braids. Like I say, this is how I do mine. I start braiding at the top a little. At the beginning a little, and then I just continue to add hair in until I get it to how I would like it. And most of the time, when I'm doing these braids, it always depends on how the client like it. If they don't want it too thick or they want it thick enough or not enough, it depends on what they like. So once I'm finished, I go ahead and just pretty much do how they like the ends. But here I am on my last braid, and I'll continue on feeding my braids in. And when I get finished feeding them in, I will sew them all together once I sew it all together. But yes, once I sew it all together, you all will see it. Now that I'm finished, I'm just adding some more edge control on top of her braid. Like I say, this is how I do mine. I don't know how other people do theirs, but this is how I do mine. Just adding a little more edge control on top of the braid. So here it is. I'm finishing that up, and I have to sew it on the side. And once I get finished sewing it, this is what I'm doing now. I'm sewing it down on the side. As you all see, that's what I'm doing now. Just pretty much just sewing it down to how so it can be completely flat when I get ready to sew my braid in. Now that I'm almost finished with sewing it down, I will get ready. You all will see me sewing the curly hair that I showed you all in the beginning of the video on that side. Here I am at the top. I had already sewed the other hair down off camera, but here I am at the top just sewing it away. So you all will see it once I get completely finished with it and see how I look from the back and all the way around to the big front of the head. But here I am. I'm completely finished. This is how I look in the back, and just showing you all close-up texture of the hair. And here it is now. This is the complete finished look.